Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here. This is kind of the 3-year video about the Harbor Freight greenhouse here. So if you're interested in a video here about the, once again, the Harbor Freight, I believe this is the 12 by 8, maybe 12 by 10, something like that. I don't remember exactly which model it is. It's the bigger of the two that they sell. I got it when it was on sale, and I mean, it was cheaper to buy the whole kit than it was to actually just buy the panels. So if you're looking for a greenhouse kit, or if you're just looking to buy some panels, it's a really great deal. You can get all the panels here cheaper than you can buy them. I have not had any problems. Well, there's a little bit of algae growth in those up there. I should probably power wash out the gutter on this. That is the only place I have had any algae growing in it. The roof, if you actually get up there and wash it off, is a lot clearer. It's just kind of dirt on top of the roof, or on top of the panels there. The walls are really still clear. And again, it's kind of the same story on that side. I've only had one panel blow out, and it was on that ridge vent up there. What I did on pretty much all of them is I went around with the roofing screws and just put those in all the way along here and then all the way up, and tried to do that about every foot or so. And they've not popped out, shifted, and also I did some reinforcing in the corners here with these 45s. Before that, this whole wall would kind of bow in if you got a really strong wind, but after that, not had any trouble. I've debated actually attaching it to this structure back here, but we've had some horrendous wind and horrendous storms that, you know, blew shutters off the house and did all untold damage, but this thing has been, you know, steady as a rock. I've got an exhaust fan up there. Somebody asked what brand it was. I couldn't tell you because the sticker is peeled off. I got it from Grower Supply. Yeah, once again, it was from Grower Supply. It was the one they had on sale. It's a 3-speed. I definitely would recommend going with a multi-speed. You can, you know, that way when it's in the middle of summer and it gets 150 degrees in here, if you have it closed up, you know, you can turn it all the way up, but just when you, in the early spring, it's nice to be able to have it on low where it doesn't go too crazy and pull out all the heat, especially if you're trying to keep heat in here. This fan is another one from Grower Supply. We have it here just to kind of blow on the seedlings, just to kind of keep them from getting spindly, or, you know, try and keep air circulating to where, you know, you don't get any rot or mildew problems. And also I just threw some leftover wood up here just for some kind of shelving. And then I've got a light up there. That is nice. When you're working out here at night, it lights up this bench pretty nicely and kind of stays up there out of the way. And I went ahead and put everything in a liquid tight conduit out here, so you don't have to worry about spraying it with a hose. With a hose. Here's the thermostat, which having it right above the heater is probably not the best plan, but I guess I should move it, but that just happened to be where I left it, or where I first put it in. I had a GFI over the winter die out here. I don't know why, but it just quit, and so that's the reason I have a non-GFI there. I just haven't put a new one in yet. I've got water coming from the well in our house there. I've got a 60 amp service out here. It's a little overkill. I was debating putting in electric heat rather than propane, but decided to go ahead and go with propane. The I've got a box there where I can plug my generator in, which runs the house through this service. That just kind of happened to be a convenient place to put it at the time. I still need to do some rewiring in the house, so that's the reason why I have that out here rather than in the garage or someplace more convenient. But it is kind of nice if you have a storm. I can just take the generator, throw it in here, and it kind of keeps the rain and stuff off of it and keeps it away from the house, where you don't have to worry about gassing yourself with carbon monoxide, and you don't have to live with the diesel smell. We put Pea Gravel down in here, and this is where the kids were digging in here and decided they were going to dig up the weed cloth I put underneath there. There's about 6 inches or so of Pea Gravel, but I went ahead and set it on a 4x6 foundation. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but The 4x6 foundation is tied onto these 4x4s. There's 4 of them, and those go down 4 feet. I guess I covered them up on this side, right there. Yeah, they're tied into that, and those go down 4 feet way below the frost line here, so they keep it from shifting around. Now, I will say I've noticed there's some rust coming, starting on the foundation for the greenhouse here. The directions, I think, tell you to bury it, but I definitely wouldn't recommend that. I went ahead and just screwed it to this foundation. But it does look like it's starting to rust, so I should probably try and get some paint on that this year. The doors, I will say, absolutely suck. Yeah, they're sliding doors and right in a track. This one doesn't do too bad, but this other one is really sticky, and I have been saying I'm going to build new doors for it ever since we bought the thing. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I definitely would recommend replacing the doors on it. I may do that this year, just build some swing out doors. But the doors are really the only complaint I have with it. The roof vents up here, I've never really had to open them, except in the summer. I'll kind of flip them open. As you can see, there's kind of an arm there. Actually, you can see a little better on this one that kind of folds down and you can adjust it. I've noodled with making some electric ones, but it works, so why mess with it, basically. And then, yeah, here I can show you the exhaust fan up here. I think it's turned on. Maybe. If I could get that thermostat open. Well, here, I can just plug it straight in, so you can see that. The shutters on it work really well. As you can see, they kind of open up there. As soon as it turns off, they close, and they don't really blow open, which is nice. If you get some ridiculous winds, you can kind of hear them flapping a little bit, but for the most part, they stay closed. We can walk outside here, and I can kind of show you what it looks like from the outside. Yeah, there's the greenhouse. Definitely held together pretty nicely. Cannot complain about it. Yeah, but here's the track of the doors, and it is kind of crappy, and it leaks a lot of air. So if you're doing this, I would just go ahead and replace them from the start. And these panels in the doors, I have a really hard time keeping them in. I put these aluminum strips on the outside here on. They weren't on like that from the factory, or they didn't come with the kit. I went ahead and put those on just to keep these panels from popping out. But that's pretty much the only trouble we've had with it. I've never had one of the doors pop off, which I'm actually kind of surprised at. But anyway, yeah, I hope this answers your questions. It has been a decent greenhouse, for, I think we've got maybe, I think the kit we got for about $400 or $500, and then another, $400 or $500 in, the foundation, gravel, and wiring and everything. So, you're looking at $1,200 and you got yourself a pretty nice greenhouse. So anyway, hope that answers your questions. Feel free to email me if you have any others. Yeah, anyway, I'm Darlington Farm. Thank you for watching. Please comment or rate and subscribe, and just let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see out here at the farm or at the shop. And anyway, yeah, I hope you have a good spring here. I'm going to get ready and start some seeds here. So thank you for watching.